Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon to some. Sorry for the small delay, but I'm doing well this morning, and I'm back and happy to be back on with you guys today to continue to raise awareness and to continue to, just make sure that the community understand. I mean, have an understanding of what's going on in our area. Uh, Today, man, I wanted to talk from the topic of Perry County Civic League received a combined total of $53,664 from 2017 to 2026 from local politicians and political action committees. I wanted to come on and have a discussion about that. Because that needs to be discussed. I hope everybody's doing well. I am. Again, my apologies for the small delay. And I just wanted to come on here and express my gratitude for the enduring support from the community. Not only that, though, I just wanted to say thank you guys for tuning in. You know, you don't have to watch, you don't have to tune in, but I'm grateful, and I just wanted to say thank you. I tell you this, this accountability journey has been a commitment that has been one that has been an experience, a learning experience, but also one that has been very rewarding. And the rewarding part is being able to see in real time how appreciative the people are of the information, and how people saying that, hey man, I've learned a lot. I'm aware of a lot more stuff than I was before. And the reason why I wanted to take that time to celebrate the community, because it's the community is the one that is growing, the community the one that is holding these people accountable. And that is the only way forward that we're going to get real and positive and sustained change in our community. You know, one of the things we have to overcome is the fact that when, like I talked about the other day, it is inevitable, but a lot of people are so afraid of change. And the reason why people are so afraid of change is because we get conditioned to, our comfort zone. And in that comfort zone, this is what happens, right? We become familiar with it. And with us being, when something becomes familiar, we begin to be complacent with it. And I would just speak this, I'm speaking factually. A lot of people never understood what my purpose was, or what, never sought to seek out what I was doing. A lot of people made a lot of assumptions about what I'm doing. A lot of people try to create narratives about what I'm doing to try to control the narrative about it. But my whole thing from the beginning has been to educate and empower the community, and to be honest, to provide transparency to the community, so the community can see things for themselves and make decisions for themselves. One thing that I continue to stand on, and I wanted to come and speak on it today, is the fact that I never speak anything personal about anybody personal. I never say anything about anybody personal. I never talk about people's personal business, what they got going on in their personal life. I don't do that. That is not what I'm doing. The only times things get mentioned is if it's dealing with anything in a public form of anything affiliated with a government entity, or anything dealing with the political aspect or the political atmosphere in it. So, for example, you may not be, quote unquote, an elected official, but if there's a lot of information out there that you are doing certain things politically that impacting our local area, your name may get brought up based off of the data and the information that's presented. Right? That's nothing as far as with trying to humiliate or any attempt to defame or anything like that. That is not what I do. Right? Now, what I did say yesterday is, be careful with the lights of accountability turn on and you get seen out there doing wrong and you get talked about, then that is what it is. And I say that from the fact of we're not just talking about some on, we're talking about factual things that could be verified. And when those things are actually presented, they're presented with evidence to verify for those that can be presented publicly. So I said all that to say this. One, we are not in the business of attacking people personally. So that's not what it is. So if you are following me, right, if somebody get brought up, there's no need to personally attack those people. And what I mean by personal attack, don't be talking about them, into their features and all that. That's just wrong. That's not what we're doing. Because that is not it. What we're doing is we're talking about accountability, transparency. We're talking about operating in integrity and operate at a level of morality that people can respect as we move this county forward. Calling people, you see what I'm saying, out of their names or all this stuff, or making accusations that you don't have any proof of without even, preface it on allegedly or different things like that, then that's not what we're doing. And I said this a little bit ago, but I wanted to come back and reiterate it again, right? But what I would say is this: if you're out there and you're doing things that are questionable and they're dealing with county, city, local, state government that is impacting our area, and your name is brought up with that, then the only person that you can be upset about that is you put yourself in that position. And I just tell you that we got to take accountability of, dang, who did I? Oh, I put myself in that position. Oh, that is the reason why. And I just say that because let's not get uber sensitive when our name come up on showing that we did something that we may not have wanted to come to the light, but we did it in the capacity that it is involving government activities. And I'm being very careful with my words. But if you ain't out here doing dirt, dealing with politics or dealing with local government, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you're doing some suspect stuff and your name pop up with it, that ain't personal. That's just telling and letting the community know what is actually happening. And that's just what it is. Because things seem to be, one thing I got to say that, I got to get this out. It's amazing how things can be viewed when it hit home. People can feel that they are being attacked, that people are talking about them, saying all this stuff about them when it hit home. But you don't got nothing to say when the same community is doing that to me or doing that to other people that are speaking out, when they're attacking them, when they're calling them out their name, when they're putting out lies and rumors about them. What I do is I put out facts. And I consistently done that for 241 days straight. And everything that I said, I stand behind it. And I say stand corrected. Speaking of standing corrected, I do want to say that I misspoke. I misspoke. The city of Uniontown has had only black elected mayors since 1972, but they have had for about an 8-9 month period. Mayor Reynolds was the mayor, who was a Caucasian guy. He was the mayor of. He was on the city council, and he was the mayor of Uniontown, and he's one of the names on the park with the Johnny Flowers, Reynolds, all that, for that park that's down there by the prison. down there by the prison on 80. So I do stand corrected with that. But I'm getting back to what I said before we get into this Perry County Civic League stuff. I just wanted to provide that clarity so people can really understand, because this is why I say that, right? Out of all the things that I've talked about on this, on my platform, right? I've talked about a lot of stuff, and I've had people become upset because their names are mentioned. I've had people approach me and talk to me about it and reach out to me about it. And the thing that I said with all of that was, your name is only mentioned because of your personal involvement with certain stuff. Your name is not just randomly out here talked about from a personal level. And then some people try to say that they weren't elected officials. We'll come to find out they are. But not only that, though, you don't have to be an elected official if your name is involved. If you are involved in something that is questionable, that the community need to know. Period. That ain't that's not an invitation to attack people. That's not an invitation to try to humiliate nobody. No, that's not what this is. But at the end of the day, you don't want to put yourself in that position. If Robert Shepard's name was out there, if Robert Shepard signed an affidavit, if Robert Shepard's name was doing something and I was doing something behind the scenes for somebody else, and somebody saw that and they reported it, guess what? Robert Shepard, I'm not going to be mad at them for showing what I know that I already did. Listen, what's done in the dark will always come to light. And I just wanted to say that, and I wanted to put that out there. See, the thing about it is, you know, when people think accountability, the problem that we have, and the problem that I'm seeing with a lot of people automatically assuming that it's personal. It's not personal. You know, the thing that we're talking about is people doing the bare minimum of what already should have been done. And the thing about it is, a lot of people aren't looking at the fact that we just never been used to stuff being done right. Because we have allowed it to be that way. Because as a community, we haven't been holding people accountable. As a community, we haven't been dedicated to be there to hold people accountable. As a community, we haven't been involved with understanding what the laws and the procedures are. As a community, we don't even care. We just want to go to work, get our check, get our food stamp, get our beer, get our liquor. Let's party, have a good time, go to a trail ride, hit class day out, and I'm good. We don't want to get involved with all this stuff. And I'm not saying that you got to, but if we don't be involved and we don't hold these folks accountable, because the evidence showed that they ain't been doing what they supposed to do for us, because we have nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it. Listen, when we talked about, it's factual, when Mayor, rest in peace to Mayor Chris Jones, when he took over the city of Uniontown back in 2020, the city of Uniontown had $2,000 in the bank. $2,000. Thanks to, at the time, he was chairman of the Perry County Commission, Cedric Hudson. The county owed the city some money, and that money came in. He was able to make payroll. But under Jamal Hunter's leadership and those city council members, the city of Uniontown had $2,000 in the bank. Now, according to Alabama law, the city council is the one that controls the purse. Now, my question is, I can say Jamal was the one that was wrong, but who was on the city council then? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Do y'all understand that now, what I'm talking about? Who was the members of the city council then? Was it Kim Bell? Was it Miss Mims? Was it Sherman Northley? Was it Mr. Ward? And was it Miss Henrietta Jones? Were they the ones on it? Or was it somebody different? Because I know that they was the ones on it with Mayor Jones was there. But my question is, You see what I'm saying? If they was the one controlling the purse, then why they only had $2,000? You know why? Because we got a lot of our elected officials that are just there holding a position. They don't really truly understand what their role is. And they allow these mayors, and they get this buddy system, and these one person signing off on checks, and they getting with the city clerks, and the city clerks is getting involved, and allegedly all of this stuff happens. And why am I saying all of that? Because they are responsible too. The same thing with the commission. And everybody always, there's been a focus on Albert, right? And everybody, well, why won't we do this? Listen, the accountability lies with everybody. See, the thing that people don't realize, when you on the, and Marion about to find this out real quick doing this investigation, how you vote matters on the council. If you just out here okaying everything and going along just to get along, and you go back and you okaying all of these claims, and you ain't looking at no invoices and all of that, and they do what they call like a subpoena, the Attorney General come and subpoena, and they start looking at bank records, and they start looking at records for the minutes. Do you know by law, any money spent at the city, any money spent at the county level has to be approved by a majority vote, by the city council for a city, and by the commission for the county? So if you're on there and you voted yes, and you ain't look at something, and it was something that was fraudulent, and they come to find out to be fraudulent, right? But somebody else voted no, when they come down for financial liability, and if it was a 4-1 vote, them 4 people will be held accountable. And I just want people to kind of understand that. And a lot of times we don't really understand that. It's a lot of people on the city council really don't understand that. Because if you really understood that you would be 1/5 financially held responsible for any wrongdoing, you'll want to see the invoice. You wouldn't just let them bring you the claims at the meeting. You will have them have the claims to you before the meeting so you can sit down and review it. Do y'all understand that? And I don't think a lot of people really, really understand it. That's why a lot of people sit around and they just talk, and we just go to another meeting and they talk about what they gonna do and what they gonna spend. And then these folks don't know nothing about a budget. They don't know nothing about trying to put something together. I don't think that many of them really want to learn. And I'm just saying, why? Well, Robert, you just being too hard. These folks got a job. These folk got other stuff they got to do, and you retired. I get what you're saying. But at the same point, neither one of them was forced to go volunteer to put their name on that ticket to be elected. They was not forced. So where's the accountability going to be on them for them to step up? They knew they had a job when they put their hand in to be a council member. They knew they had other responsibilities. Am I telling them to neglect those? No. But you also would put your name in, and you got the majority vote, either legal or illegally. You got the majority vote to be in your position, to represent the people, according to what the law, the rules and regulations state. And if you're not doing that, if you're not educating yourself, if you're not really finding out what's going on, then we just need somebody else in there. The best thing to do is just let me go ahead on and step down. See, people be thinking, when you talk about it from that perspective, it'll open a lot of people's eyes up. Right? Because nobody has been forced to run for public office. Where's the responsibility going to be on the people that raised their hand to be in office? They should be the one telling you, hey, these are what the rules are. This is what the law said. But these folks don't have a clue. And I'm being honest with you. And I'm not saying they're bad people. And see, this is the other thing. People will hear what I'm saying right now, and they'll go right back and tell a city council member, Robert Shepard said, y'all need to step down because y'all don't know what y'all doing. That is not what I said. That is not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is we need to see a better commitment to educating by these people that raise their hands to volunteer to be elected, and they're being compensated for their job. And this is the thing, city council members in the cities, and I'm speaking for Uniontown, but I mean, you can go Greensboro, you can go Demopolis, you can go all of that, right? I can see what I've seen District 2 with Dudley Long. In Uniontown, she has her District 2 page that she tries to update her people, right? But where any other city council member, when are they having town hall meetings to explain things to the people? Marion, when are your city council members had town hall meetings to explain things to you guys? If you in that district, right? And I'm just being honest. Why is that important? The information should be coming from them. And I would tell y'all this, and I'm being honest with you guys. And I'm not just, this ain't just me talking. I'm just stating what I know to be a fact. If I wasn't providing a lot of information, a lot of people wouldn't even be knowing what's going on right now. And I'm being honest with you. And that information should be coming from your elected officials. That's the point that I'm making. Right? That's the level of accountability. That's the transition. Right? That's the sustained level of accountability, that the standard is raised. What used to be ain't good enough no more. The people want you. You're required to be able to articulate, to explain, and to let people know the real what's going on. I saw a comment yesterday, and the comment pissed me off because the comment, this ain't nothing against the person that made it. I'm talking about the mindset, and I want the people to see this. They put in, Albert put in a grant, a $3 million, I almost said $3.2 million grant for the it said the Marion Perry County Wellness Center, which is the Barnett King Center, right? But what was said yesterday in the comment was they didn't let the community know, because they didn't know if they were going to get the grant, and they wanted to wait to hear if they got the grant before they announced it. And I really think that is deceptive, 100% deceptive. I'm going to tell you why. One, you let the people know that you're trying to get grant money. One, that communicates to the community that you are trying to get it. The only reason why I felt like they kept it silent is because the name on it was the Perry Marion Wellness Center, not the Barnett King Center. That's why I felt that they were being secretive about it. But if the community here that you are putting in and that you are trying, and you come back and say, hey, we didn't get this grant, but we're going to try these other grants, guarantees you that build trust in the community. Because now they just hear this stuff, because most people don't really know about grants, but then they just hear this stuff and then they see that ain't nothing getting done. Like, for example, how County Road 53 gonna get done, but it ain't gonna get done in June. It probably will be around October time frame before they get to County Road 53. You know why? Because they announced that grant being awarded in February. Right? You fast forward, right? Just fast forward to the timeline of them releasing the funds, to the timeline of where they have to advertise it, to advertise the bid, to go to contractors. For the timeline for that to come back, that's about another 5 to 8 weeks. You see what I'm saying? They got to release the funds. And I don't even know that they released the funds yet. They announced it in February. So they may release the funds in August. So if you do 8 weeks from August, you got September, October. And you want to hurry up and get it done before November when the temperature drops. If the temperature drops and it's below 50-some degrees, then ain't nothing getting done the next year. But see, Alba put out that lie that they was gonna start put the bids out in mid-March, and construction was gonna start in April, and the funding ain't even been released yet. But Albert has been doing that for years, lying to the people, because he understands that most people don't know how grants work. But I'm gonna tell y'all what Albert did. See, when I started putting this pressure on him, when I came to the Martin Luther King breakfast, Albert said in that breakfast, some people once don't even know how grant work. And just because they announce you got the money, maybe a year later when you get it. And people in there, amen. Yeah, that's right. Tell it, Albert. Y'all know who y'all is, and y'all thought y'all was telling me something. But think about how dumb that look when you the one announcing that you got the grant money. But you ain't telling the people the money ain't coming for 6 to 9 months later. But you'll make all these promises like the work and all this stuff you're going to get done with it. That's deception. That's deceiving the community. And then, guess what? Y'all don't see nothing get done. The grant money come in. Albert get his contractors, and nobody hear nothing about it. And nothing gets done. But Albert want to come back and do this big old post like all of this stuff he got accomplished. But that's what people fall for. And the thing that I'm trying to get people to do is open up your eyes and see that, hey man, these folks ain't telling us, they haven't been telling us the truth at all. They haven't been telling us the truth at all. Why? Why? Because they don't care. Now, you guys have heard me go on my little rant for about 20 minutes. No, about 30 minutes. And now it's time to get down to the nitty gritty. Now y'all need to get y'all popcorn ready now, because the journey that we're about to go on is one that when I explain it to you, you are and I wrote it in a way to where only thing you got to do, if y'all want to make a complaint today, we're going to walk through it. If you want to make a complaint today, you can just copy the link to my post and post that in there and say, please see below. Please see link below for all evidence. Because everything that I posted about Perry County Civic League before, I added the link on my page in this post so you can use it as evidence. And you can report it to the IRS. You can report it to the Attorney General's office, and you can report it to the Secretary of State. So, Carl, I see your comment. You asking, did I, no, I ain't never looked into no $1 million being barred by the county airport. That is not the airport authority is currently not in default with any payments with the county. They went into default. This was before. This after Mr. Donna Bennett, who is the Perry County District 1 commissioner-elect. After he took over, they went in. They realized that they was in a financial crisis. They filed for bankruptcy and everything. He made an announcement. All of that, right? All of that has been taken care of. So I don't know where you got that information from, but Mr. Bennett has already spoken on that, and that has been cleared up. That has been definitely cleared up. But this is what I wanted to show y'all. Perry County Civic League received a combined total of $53,664 from 2017 to 2026 from local politicians and political action committees. I just want to show y'all this picture because I like it. I know we see the haze from that, but Abbott on there, man. The cat out the bag. I gotta let y'all look. I did a little video for it, so I want y'all to hear it.
Man, the cat out the bag. But what we gonna do now, man? This accountability killing me. Man, the cat out the bag. But what we gonna do now, man? This accountability killing me.
All right, so.
But what we gonna do now?
So here we go. On March 29th, hold one second. All right, it's a little better. On March 29th, Perry County Commissioner Albert Fitzgerald Turner posted on his official Facebook page under the title Alabama New South Coalition announced empowerment endorsement. In this post, he said, the Perry County Civic League, a highly esteemed and influential political organization, has authorized acceptance of the Alabama New South Coalition's endorsement, paving the way for a brighter future. During an executive committee, the Perry County Civic League decided to follow the Alabama New South Coalition endorsement, demonstrating their commitment to uplifting the community and electing strong candidates. And also said in that in that post, Perry County Civic League President Albert Turner Jr. announced that the organization has allocated up to $35,000 for this election cycle, demonstrating their commitment to empowering community leaders. According to campaign finance records, this Abbott already admitted, the organization has already spent funds on radio advertising for the chairman's race. And this is the link. This is the link to his page. Now, this where it got to start to get real good right here, y'all. From 2017 to 2026, several politicians and political action committees, PACs, made substantial financial contributions to the Perry County Civic League, totaling $53,664. Below is a list of the politicians and PACs that contributed to the Perry County Civic League, along with the date and the amount of each contribution. So y'all see this. On July 27, 2017, Prince Chestnut gave $500. In February 2018, Bobby Singleton gave $500. In June of 2018, Prince Chestnut gave $300. And in October 2018, Malika Sanders Fortier gave $400. Then Prince Chestnut gave in October, gave $400. Albert Turner Jr. gave an astounding $50 in 2019. Bobby Singleton came back. Hold on, let me fix this because it drives me crazy, y'all. Some of y'all can get it, right? But I just wanted to make sure that spacing was it's so much better. Okay, here you go. Prince Chestnut, October 2018, $400. Bobby Singleton, look at this. Now, for those that got a star by them, they within 30 days of an election. Right? So in 2022, July 7, 2020, 2,000. August the 10th, 5,000. Prince Chestnut again in 2022, 1,500. Dario Melton, 7,700. Dario Melton, 2020. So he gave $9,720 within a month's time period, and both of those was around election time. Then you look, October 2022, that was Alabama Work Pack. That was within about 35 days of an election. Then you go back and you look, Bobby Singleton gave $15,000 on election day. On November the 8th, 2022. Then Prince Chestnut gave $400 again in 2023, December 2023. Then we got Barbara Howes gave $93.90, December 23. Alabama Future Funds Action gave $5,000 in June of 24. Barbara Howes gave $300 in November 24. Bobby Singleton gave $2,500 in October of 25, and then turned around and gave $5,500 within a 5-day period, a 6-day period. So he came at October 29, 2025 for $2,500, and then Bobby Singleton November the 3rd, 2025, $3,000. Then he came back and on March the 1st of 2026 gave $2,000. Now, why did I do all that? And look, I got a link. Got a link, transparency.org, Transparency USA. If you go here, and it's already in chronological order, it tells you who gave what. And you can click on each one. It tells you about their campaign contribution to all. But look, Principal Campaign Committee. Right? And this is, they're telling you where it was reported to. And look at charitable contributions, advertising, administrative, other charitable contributions, administrative. This telling you what they put down on their campaign records. Right? So these politicians and these PAC organizations made donations to the Perry County Civic League. Now, on April the 13th, 2026, I posted on Facebook under the title, Perry County Civic League doesn't even exist, according to the Alabama Secretary of State Entities Division. In this post, I said, if Perry County Civic League does not exist as an official organization, that could cause serious legal and ethics problems for both men under Alabama law. And if you click on this link, I'm going to show y'all what all this has. It has everything. It got the laws, and I'm going to show y'all. And I got receipts of saying what money was donated by Albert, expenditures and contributions by Perry County Civic League by Albert. And I have those in there. Why do I have those in there? Supporting documentation, right? See, I know this ain't no sexist stuff, but this is the type of stuff that we hold people accountable. All right, we're going to go on to it. On May the 7th, 2026, I posted a Facebook post under the title, if Perry County Civic League does not really exist, then where did the $35,000 connect the Albert Fitzgerald Turner election come from? In this post, I said, if Perry County Civic League does not exist as an official organization, that could cause serious legal and ethics problems both men under the law. Below is a breakdown in chronological order of all funds reported as received by or given to Perry County Civic League by Commissioner Albert Fitzgerald Turner from December 2025 to March 2026. He had $1,000, $200 that he had to pay out, but he said he got $1,000, $1,500, $6,500, $7,000 that was given to him from December 2025 to March 2026 to the Perry County Civic League. Now, what I do want to say is, after I made my post on April the 13th, Albert has not listed the Perry County Civic League on his campaign financial records. Now, on May the 11th, I posted a Facebook post under the title, Perry County Civic League doesn't exist as a business organization, but they also have no record with the IRS, and that's fraud. In this post, I said, according to reports by Albert Fitzgerald Turner, the Perry County Civic League exceeded the $25,000 threshold this year, having reportedly raised $35,000 to support its campaign. And in this post, right, this is my post from May the 7th. In this post, I have other things. I got where he said on that he's a president of the Perry County Civic League, where you can't even find the Perry County Civic League on the Alabama Secretary of State page. And I got his stuff in there. right? And it's showing all of this, right? It's showing his expenditures. And I also have on here where you can look at the IRS page. But I have some down here for y'all too later. Now, let's get to how we can report this. Now, this is the key. In Alabama, you can file complaints in several places at the same time, as these may involve charity fraud, campaign finance, political fundraising violation, business nonprofit registration fraud, and possible tax fraud. The phrase is usually under the guise of a nonprofit or political organization. Now, look at this. Albert said this. Albert said right here. Albert said the Perry County Civic League, a highly esteemed and influential political organization. So he already made it known that it's a political organization, right? Now, the phrase used under the guise of nonprofit or political organization, meaning they collected money while pretending to be a real nonprofit or political group. So, how can you file? One, you can file with the Attorney General's office, charity/nonprofit fraud. If they collected money claiming it was for a nonprofit, charity, organization, scholarship fund, civic league, relief fund, youth program, etc., file with the Alabama Attorney General's Consumer Interest Division. Alabama law requires charitable organizations that solicit contributions in or from Alabama to register with the Attorney General's office and file annually. Right? Alabama Attorney General Consumer Complaint. And it's right here, but I'm going to show you. They often said consumer specialists investigate and help resolve consumers' complaints. Include evidence showing name of the person collecting money. We already got Albert Turner. It's already in this whole post right here. Name of the alleged nonprofit, Perry County Civic League. Dates monies were requested or collected. We got the dates already laid out. I just want y'all to see this. Y'all see this? And we got the proof. See, this is how when you file a complaint. This is what will help those doing the investigation can go down and watch this. Screenshot a Facebook post, flyers, Cash App, Venmo, blah, blah, blah. Receipts, checks, bank statements, donation records. Any claim that donation was tax deductible. Proof you searched Alabama IRS records and could not find the organization. Look, y'all, it's already in here. So literally, this is what we gonna do. I'm finna show y'all. I'm gonna copy this. Nope. Okay, since you want to do that on me, this is what I got for you. Yes, sir. So, all right, I'm on my desktop, but let's go here. I'm going to show y'all something. We're going back down to the first complaint with the Alabama Attorney General's office. Right, this is where you fill the information out. You go here, put your information in there. Boom, put your age, you go down, and they're going to ask you this, right? Have you hired an attorney to represent you about the issue? You can say no. Who the message is addressed to. And you say, hold on, let me go back. Let me go back here. They said the consumer specialist. Okay. Investigation. That's what you click. You click on investigation. Right? And then you go next step. And you got to fill all of these out. Is there a court action pending? No. No. And you fill all this information out. They're going to ask you, watch this. You have the option to upload relevant documentation to your complaint. Right? Only thing you got to do is go back to my post click share, copy that link, and drop that link in there and say, hey, Perry County Civic League hasn't existed. They've been impersonating a nonprofit, a political organization, and they've been taking funding from really, the only thing you got to do is this, and to help people out. You can just copy this up here. Perry County Civic League received a combined total of $53,664 from 2017 to 2026 from local politicians and political action committees, but they don't exist. They don't officially exist. That can be your complaint and say, hey, please see the link below. And that can be how you do that, right? Because this got all of the information that they need in here. All of it. Right now, let's get to the second way you can file. You can file with the Alabama Secretary of State Political Organization or PAC issues. If the money was collected for a candidate, campaign, election, PAC, political committee, voter effort, or political organization, file a campaign financial violation complaint with the Alabama Secretary of State. Right? The Alabama Secretary of State campaign finance violation complaint form states that complaints may be referred to law enforcement. So, here they say you should attach screenshots showing political fundraising, donation requests tied to a candidate, proof the group would not register with the Alabama FPA. That's the business. I mean that's the same website that we go and get the campaign financial records from. Any campaign ads, name of candidates or public officials connected to the fundraising, and we got that. This matters, and boom, this is where you file on that, right? And y'all think I'm joking? I filed one of these before. It's so easy. You put your information right here, your address, zip code, all of that, right? Then the person name that you're talking about. In this case, I say Albert Turner. And then you come down and you put the date of the incident. Have you submitted to the district attorney, blah, blah, blah. And boom, like I said, you can copy that and say, hey, Perry County Civic League was camped from this date to this date. This is what they did. And then they say facts and situation. You can copy and paste and say, boom, please see the link below with all the pertinent information, facts and evidence per request. And you say, I'm not a robot. You type your name in, and that's the complaint. That's how easy it is. And then the third one is filing with the IRS. The difference with filing with the IRS, you'll just need to download a form. And it said if they claim to be a 501c3, a tax-exempt nonprofit charity, or said donations were tax deductible, file IRS Form 139909, called the Tax Exempt Organization Complaint Referral, right? That helps determine whether the violation was federal tax law has occurred. So you get here and you type in the information, or you can print it, because this all they need. And then right here, you put the information out, the dollar amount, the dates, the name of people involved, organization title, and here you can put the link in there, right? Hey, please see the below link for all of the details. Now, and it tells you all what you need. Now, this type of stuff that people don't like. See, everybody love when we start. If I had some juicy stuff, if I was talking about people, if I was on here being animated, I think a lot of people really would be taken to it. But now when we start talking about how to actually deal with it and address and hold people accountable, that's not that sexy stuff. But this is the stuff that's going to bring forth change. This is the stuff that scares the hell out of these politicians. This is what really scares them. And this is what we need the community to continue to do to apply pressure. And some people may be like, oh, well, no, until there's examples of accountability held on to people for doing wrong, we're not going to see any change in our area. People not just going to volunteer and be like, you know what? I just haven't been good lately for the last few years, and I'm just going to just do right. No. People always try to get away with what they can get away with, right? And this right here is a way of holding them accountable. Look, when you're talking about the Perry County Civic League, I want people to understand the Perry County Civic League has raised over estimated raising over $1 million since 2000 in the last 26 years. And a lot of that comes from politicians. And I want everybody to understand this. I'm not saying those politicians are complicit with the Perry County Civic League. I believe, I'm being honest with you, I believe that they didn't know that it didn't exist as a real organization. Because you let Albert tell it, it is a highly influenced organization. And you may say, Robert, why are you always talking about that? If I stole $1 million from the community under the guise that I was doing something, how would you feel about it? Actually, about 1.6. How would you feel about it? If I stole $1.6 million from you, your family, over the last 26 years, how would you feel about it? If I stole that from you personally, under the guise that I'm doing something from a perspective of I'm advocating for what's better for the community. You see what I'm saying? How would you feel about it? You know how many churches then gave thousands of dollars to the Perry County Civic League? Churches? This man that got money from churches. Most of his money came from churches. But nobody got a problem about that, though. But nobody has a problem about all of that money that he's taken from people under the guise that the Perry County Civic League was a legit organization. But when we start talking about holding people accountable for it, then a lot of people want to get soft. We got to stand on business. We got to be able to stand on business in the same way that we would want somebody to stand on business for us. At the end of the day, we got potential IRS fraud, we got campaign fraud, and we got let me go to what it said, number one. Yeah, we got charity, potential campaign finance, political fundraising violations, possibly tax fraud, non-profit registration fraud. We got a lot of stuff just with this one thing. And y'all look at this. Ever since I brought it up in April, on April the 13th, neither Senator Bobby Singleton or Albert Turner has listed the Perry County Civic League on their campaign financial reports. Now remember, I'm going to show y'all, Bobby's last donation to Perry County Civic League was March 1st of this year. Look at this. He gave them $2,000. Why we ain't seen nothing else? Just so coincidentally that when I announced on April the 13th that they don't exist, that Albert stopped listing them. Y'all see the amount that Albert listed on y'all look at this. Both of them last mentioning of Perry County Civic League was March 1st. Look at this. Albert said $500 on March 1st. Nothing after that. Do y'all see what I'm saying with that? So when you sit down and you start thinking about it and you start looking at it, right? Albert knew that they didn't exist. He was just trying to keep getting away with it. And guess what? Accountability caught up. I wore in this shirt, God is in total control. Listen, we still hadn't heard back from the Democratic Executive Committee. There's some talks that they gonna get it out today. I really don't care when they get it out. But I tell you what I do care about is that I honestly know that God is in total control. I'm not worried about any outcome. I'm just telling you that right now. I'm just being honest, I'm not wavering. My faith is that I believe that God is using this to expose a whole lot more. 2026 is a year of accountability and exposure. And a lot of times, a lot of people may be thinking they're doing something behind the scenes, but God is setting it up to where, hey, you know, people thinking they're getting over, but they ain't getting over. They ain't even getting close to getting over. And I really feel that by them, this is day 10. 10 days ago, we had the hearing. Look at all the stuff that's come out in those 10 days in connection with the Alabama State Democratic Executive Committee and with Albert Turner. Look at the stuff that's continually to be exposed. You know, I'm going to show you what God did. Even at the meeting on Tuesday night, it showed that Perry County is broke because Albert has led them. The general fund budget had $11,600 in it. The payroll account had $42,000 in it. When they supposed to pay people, people supposed to gotten paid today, and they got a payroll of about $120,000 every 2 weeks. Right? I mean, when you start looking at that and you start peeling back the onions, it's a lot more stuff that's going to come out that people in Perry County should be extremely alarmed on, of how the lack of the incompetence of Albert Fitzgerald Turner as chairman and his action. Like, this is the same guy that's been trying to set the county up for a lawsuit for a former employee. The same guy that got the county in multiple lawsuits now because of what his actions have been. Man, look, I tell y'all this. Man, for real. And then people get mad, like, accountability and transparency are no longer optional. And I'm finna show y'all something. I was on Front Street the other day, and these are some of the same roads that I drove down before. But what I felt necessary is to get out and walk them. Because when you get out and walk them, it gives you a different sense. And I just want y'all to take a look at this. Hey, what's going on? I'm right here on Front Street, turning off 183. But I just want to show y'all these roads and continue to show the awareness and condition of these roads here. As you can see, driving up, I drove on this road before, and that's Highway 183 right behind me. But I just want to show you, y'all see these ruts and these potholes? I want to show y'all a reference so y'all can see. Like, this means my phone down inside of it. Right? We're just going to keep walking up. This is what people have to drive on every day. Just ruts and more ruts. We got some deep potholes coming up. And I just want y'all to see this. Think about when it's raining and there's water in here. It's just rain. It's been raining the last few days. And I just wanted to show y'all because I'm putting my phone so y'all can see. These are the conditions that we live in. And they patched this up, throw that over, but we still got this. And this is just one side. I'm going to go up a little bit further as we go on down. Because right up the road, right there where City Hall is at. We're going to show y'all shortly. All right, now I'm a little bit up further, right here where Broadway and Front Street. And I want to show y'all this. Y'all see that? This is right here. Y'all look at this. I want to show y'all this street. When I show y'all the street that people have to walk, people have to drive down. There's no avoiding it.
We see all the older buildings. Great potential here. Great potential to revitalize all of this. But I just want y'all, like, people, look at that. Like, I put my phone in there so people can have a reference. How deep these ruts are. And just look how deep that is. Right? And you driving through here, and they going down about 6 to 8, some of them a foot. And these are majority of how the roads look. Look at the buildings. This is Uniontown, Alabama. This is where people don't like you to show the reality of what it's been like. And I refuse to remain quiet. You know why? Not only we deserve better, but we're going to get better. Because, look, accountability and transparency are no longer optional. But one thing people forget, an informed and engaged community is a force to be reckoned with.
I want to show y'all something. This from a picture that I shared a while ago. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to just see the vision. Can y'all see the vision of downtown Uniontown? The road getting repaved. We getting people coming in. We fixing those buildings up. They good solid brick. We come in, we getting potential coffee shop, bakery, or something. Right, we got the barber shop right there. We just got the look at the potential. Look at the potential. And the road that's already there. Like this is what I see when I walk downtown. This is what I see. This is what my mind sees. Right? And just because you're used to what is on top, I don't give two flips that you mad because I got a vision that is so much that can do so much for our downtown area. And now think about this. Think about if we had this and we advertising it and people driving through and they pull in for a coffee at the coffee shop. They pull in and all of the 4,000 vehicles that come through every day pass through this. Now we starting to get the people to come in. Now we have revenue coming in that going to the city. Now we got people coming down just for example, how many people in Perry County went over to Demopolis because they opened up scooters? Shout out to Tank Bryant. Him and his wife doing phenomenal things, bringing phenomenal things in there. A man from down there in Hale County, from Akron, over to Demopolis doing great things. But how many people from Perry County went over there to scooters? Right? This is what I'm talking about. People will come. Investors will come. We just got to get good city leadership that's working and having a vision on what we can do to improve instead of things just staying the same and we putting Band-Aids on stuff and expecting people to be excited about it. And y'all, all them buildings, the city have the authority to hold these people. Like, and I'm being honest with you. You can, and people can sit back and, yeah, I understand that they are privately owned buildings. But if you privately owned building and you downtown and your building look like crap, the city has the authority to pass ordinance to hold people accountable for keeping their buildings up. Right? And I just want to tell you, man, like, I just want people to sit down and understand this. Right? I am not going to be quiet about the conditions that we have in our hometown and in our community. Because once you see it, I talked about it before. They said faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1-2. Right? But mine is I have the faith, but I have the boldness to walk in it because I already see it. I see it. The investors will come. The people will come. And y'all look at this. Look at this right here. Y'all see the difference on the bottom? Now we're talking about 10, 15 more jobs right there in town. Possibly 20 jobs right there in town. That people ain't got to drive somewhere, but they can work at these places. Then they can be in town enough where they can go pick their kids up from school. Do y'all see what I'm saying? It's going to take the community. It ain't just one person. It's going to take the community. And I did a video. Matter of fact, let me go to it real quick. Because I did the Bobcat anthem on it. Let me go to that reel. And I'm going to share that before. And I know Facebook, I'm going to let y'all know this before you start Facebook. I own the copyrights to that Bobcat anthem song. I am the songwriter. I'm the rapper in it. I'm the one. So before you hit me with a copyright infringe thing, just know that I own that. So I know that they love to do that when you play music, especially on your live, and they want to try to hit you with you didn't copyright thing. I mean, and I'm not arguing because as somebody who has music on Facebook, if somebody used my music, I would like that to be noticed too. So I'm not mad at that. I just wanted to share that. Let me get to it, y'all. Because it was back in February, I think. Back in February. Here it go. Here you go. Y'all check this out.
Yeah, we the podcast. We are champions and now we do.
All right, this was a vision that I had. What I did was took some pictures that I took of Uniontown, and this just is the vision that I had, that I went and just provide a visual. So here you go. Let me crank that up so y'all can hear that song I did for Uniontown, the Bobcat, you know. All right.
Yeah, we the podcast. We are champions and all we do at RC Hatch. Uniontown, Alabama, hot is where it's at. Excellence in all we do, which demands respect. Yes, so don't forget. Yeah, we the podcast. We are champions in all we do at RC Hatch. Uniontown, Alabama, hot is where it's at. Excellence in all we do, which demands respect. Yeah, so don't forget, it's what champions are praised, so don't get it confused. We got a history of excellence, cause it's what we do. You see that purple and gold, it be looking so good. We celebrated from the black belt to Hollywood. Now it's not a debate, cause we the best in the state. You check the record books and you will see we always been great. We've been great for so long, and we don't take that for granted. Cause so many people sacrifice, that's why we are standing. Yeah, we standing on business because the best is the standard. That's why we laugh when people hating, cause we know it just slander. We represent Alabama.
So that just was a visual. And that was a visual because sometimes we need visuals to be able to see things so that make it easier for us to believe in it. And only thing that I wanted to do was provide that. And good morning, good afternoon to some. Sorry for the small delay. Hold on. I wanted to provide that to the community. I hope everybody's good. If I misspoke today, please let me know and provide me with credible proof, and I will gladly come back on and admit that I was wrong. And man, I hope everybody having a great and blessed day. Be safe, do something nice for somebody, and love and appreciate the people that God has placed in your life. Listen, if you're going through something and something seems bad, just want to encourage you, let you know that it ain't over. It ain't over. Until God says it's over. And sometimes when God tell you it's over, you'll know. And somebody, I don't know why I got to say this, but somebody's been wrestling with something. And you've been wanting to be over, but God ain't gave you your release yet. Wait till God give you your release. Once God give you your release, you'll know exactly what it is. And it'll be clear as day. It'll be clear as day. You guys be blessed. Have a blessed day. And I'll talk to you later.